So today, lads, Breanna Stewart talked about the CBA, and it did not sound great. The talk did not sound... What she said did not sound great. And, I mean, she's probably on the money because you can't have 40... And a lot of people are saying it's like you can't have 40 people in a CBA talk. And, look, I think they're right. And if you're wondering, the only jersey for anyone on Team Caitlin that I own is a Sonia Citron jersey. So unless I can find my All-Star jersey from last year, the Sonia Citron jersey is getting worn tonight for the All-Star festivities and tomorrow. But there were 40 people. And it was it's obviously one of those situations where, look, the WNBA wanted everyone to be there so that they could show like a united front, but like, you don't need 40 people in a negotiation. Everyone's opinions are going to be different. Like, even Courtney Williams was talking yesterday about how she wasn't happy when people were like speaking for other people and stuff. I'm like, yeah, there are 40 people there. Some people are representing, there are some elected people that are meant to be representing everybody. So yes, at times they will speak on behalf of everyone. Because that's what they're being elected to do. That's what they're being elected to do. That's what they're meant to do. I don't get it. But anyway, she said in the morning after the first CBA, the prevailing sentiment from WNBA players that the two sides remain far apart. Breanna Stewart, a board member of the union, called it a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I think yesterday's meeting was good for the fact that we could be in the same room as the league and the board of governors and that type of thing. But I think, like, to be frank, it was a wasted opportunity. Like, we could have really kind of gotten into like a deeper dive of everything, but it was a lot of fluff that we couldn't get past, and it sucks because situations like that aren't going to happen again because players are playing for different teams in different leagues, and this is the only time to have a group together like this. Yeah.
And I mean, she's right. She's right, like... And the fact is, if you're the WNBA itself, look, the people that suffer the most if the league doesn't happen is the players. Not the billionaires, the players. The players and the fans are who suffers the most if there is a lockout. And realistically, she's right. She's completely right about this. Like, if time is being wasted in this meeting where nothing gets done because 40 players decide to show up, like, it's one thing. It's one thing if like, the players are there, that all the players are there just silently watching and observing, while a couple of players, well, they're basically just observing the meetings, and it doesn't really take away from it. But by the sounds of things, the 40 players there did not it did not help things. And yeah, it's a tough one. It is genuinely a tough one for the players because they want everyone to be there. They don't want to tell people no. But it should have been. And look, I mean this when I say this. I actually have no issue with Stewie and Fee being there. I think there is conversation whether or not in general it's a conflict of interest. But I trust the two of them. I've got no negative words to say about either of them. Honestly, I trust everyone that's involved. I trust Bree Turner. I trust Elizabeth Williams, Neko Wumake, like Kelsey Plum, all of these people. I trust all of them that they're doing things for the right reasons and they're not doing things for the wrong reasons. And I also stand by the fact that, like, we heard from Gabby Williams, which I talked about earlier, that one of the big points is that the WNBA wants to get rid of all the other leagues. They want to get rid of AU. They want to get rid of Unrivaled. They want to get rid of like, players playing overseas. And with all that being the case, yeah, you know what? Clap back. But it does sound like a lot of this talk was not productive in any way. It just did not seem like this talk was productive in any way, and that's not a good thing for the players. Like, I don't think at the end of the day there's going to be a lockout. I think the players know that it's not. Like, that it's not what needs to happen. Like, he was saying 40, unpopular opinion, but if all 40 athletes are speaking, then it's going to be a whole lot of nothing. The 40 should have attended, maybe just let the executive board do talking. I agree. I agree with that. 45 minutes of intros. Apparently 45 minutes of it were intros. Kathy, don't know who they are. 45 minutes of intros. Like, that's not good. It's not good. And when you're supposed to be like this serious, when you're supposed to be like a serious person, when you're supposed to be a serious organization, I think it's hard to, when this happens, it's hard to like make people take you seriously. It's hard to make you take people make you take, or Jesus, it's hard to make people take you seriously when you show up with 40 people and it's 45 minutes of intros. And yeah, that's the thing where it's like, we heard from Christine Brennan that there's a lot of WNBA executives that fully believe that these players don't know anything about business. And then that they're just not responding half the time. So it does seem like these players are, it's just a weird situation all around. And I think there are players that know about business, and I do think Nafisa Collier is one of those. I think Breanna Stewart is one of those as well. They're both millionaires. They're both multi-millionaires. They both know what they're doing. I think Nneka Nwumeke, I still think she knows what she's doing. And it is one of those genuinely bad situations all around. Like, she's obviously frustrated that, like, why the hell are these players here? Why the hell are all these players here? Like, they're taken away from this meeting when we're trying to get stuff done. And I do think that there were a lot of players that were just there. There were a lot of players that were just straight up just there to be there. They were there to be there. But yeah, I think it'll be all sorted at the end. I think the players probably will have to give up a bit more than they want. However, I do think that what Gabby Williams is saying, the players should very much, like, unrivaled needs to be a thing for these players. The players need unrivaled to be a thing. They need overseas still to be a thing. So they need leverage, and they need unrivaled as leverage. The problem is that if the WNBA doesn't happen, the players are screwed. It is the players that are screwed more than the billionaires. The players are the ones that will end up being screwed, if we're being honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree with this? And at the end of the day, look, I could be completely wrong. We're all entitled to our own opinions. And if you guys disagree, that is perfectly fine. So anyway, that is the video. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.